Hey guys, this is Creamart with another tutorial for D&B Academy. If you're new here to the channel, please consider subscribing. We really do appreciate all of your support. And yeah, please leave a comment if you got any ideas, anything we could do, if it's in my area of expertise or one of the other creators. Just let us know in the comments. Also, if you like the video, please leave positive comments as well if you can. Sometimes they're quite negative for no reason at all, so maybe you can just balance that out a little bit by leaving a nice comment, you know. So today we're gonna look a little bit at Serum 2 again, by using the sample function, which is basically a sampler which enables you to use all of the effects that Serum provides at the same time, which I think is a nice way of coming up with fresh sounds, right? Because once in a while, that's all you need. Is some fresh ideas, some fresh approach of doing things. And I think it's a nice way to do it. We're going to make a little series, 3 little videos. One is going to be bass, one is going to be a plug, and one is going to be a pad. Today, we're going to be making a pad just using the samples within Serum and using its effects engine, basically, to make sounds. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to go up here where it's a sample, and we're going to choose sample here. So essentially, this is blank, so there isn't any any sound at all. But as you go to factory, you can choose between basically tonal sounds and atonal sounds, which are just nice percussion sounds and all these type of stuff. So you could make drums with this as well. You could basically layer your snares with some nice sounds that are in there, and you can of course also use your own samples if you find the subfolder, which I still need to do because it's actually a good idea to load in a lot of my own sounds in the noise section as well. So yeah, just basically, if I want to make a pad, what will I be looking for? Maybe some spatial sounds, or some synth sounds, or some vocal sounds could also be really sick. So yeah, let's look through the synth sounds maybe. So all analog ones, which is pretty nice. Let's see if we get something. They are less usable for pads. I mean, some of them are. Let's check the spatial ones. Well, if you want a 90s pad, you can basically just use that. Use the reverse function maybe. Do some crossfading. Sound better this way. Sounds smoother that way, which is weird. Normally a crossfade should work nicely. Throw a bunch of reverb on there and you're done, right? You could just throw in a chord sample. But I think we're gonna go about it a little bit different, just to get a better idea on how to actually use that. So let's choose some Vox maybe. Actually use that one. As you can see the amplitude of the sample. So I'm choosing one where the amplitude stays relatively the same. Here it goes down again. And I wanted to reverse and go back here in a kind of like a smooth fashion in terms of volume. So it will just sound a bit smoother that way. So what I would do is I would drag in a note, and then I would just figure out notes that fit this note. I like going maybe between those two. because that sounded kind of nice. And then finding more. And then normally for me, the inspiration kind of strikes at this point, and I'm gonna look for some bass notes basically, even though in that case it isn't really bass notes, but we can still add some bass notes here, actual bass notes. And then I would just repeat that with some low notes. Put those maybe 1 octave lower. And you could go even crazier and do 1 octave more. I think we can get away with that. So as you can see, it's all about finding the right harmony with pads. And that can take a while to figure out, but just you can trust your ears most of the time, right? Start with one note, add a second note that fits, then add a third note that fits, and it won't fit in the beginning. As you could see, even for me, it didn't fit right away, but then I kind of knew where it is because of my expertise and because I've been doing this for a long time. But even if it takes you longer to find those harmonies, you will kind of be able to tell if something is right or not right. So just keep doing that, add notes until you get a full chord, and that happens with more notes, right? And then you could add some reverb, and since the sound is already very very nice on its own, you don't need to do much. I really like that. I think I'm gonna make a track from that. But yeah, here's the noise, which I really like bringing in to get this kind of old school synth vibe. And you could add, of course, also some wavetails in here. Yeah, you made an absolutely beautiful sound using the sampler engine mostly of Serum 2. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and see you in the next one. Peace out.